session. I hope you're doing as well as possible. If you're new here, which I know there are a lot of new folks, my name is Anna and I'm a Reiki Master Practitioner. Like a lot of people here in the Reiki ASMR space, I think that ASMR and sound healing pairs really well with energetic healing and energy work. So I'm honored to connect with you here. If you have any requests for future videos, please leave those down below, as those are the inspiration for all of my sessions here based on what you're moving through. So this session is going to be a supportive, energetic healing session for self-sabotage, ways that you can move through self-sabotage and different aspects that might cause it. And we will be really activating your solar plexus, which has been a theme lately. We've had to kind of activate this area just above the navel, because I feel like one of the main root causes of this self-sabotage is an inherent belief, that we are not worthy of success, not worthy of living the life that we want, making the kinds of choices that we want, or achieving our goals. So hopefully we can clear some of that and really activate the solar plexus. So I wanted to start off by lighting a candle and setting our intention here today. Feel free to light a candle with me and set your own intention. I want these Reiki sessions to be specific enough to have a focus, but also available for whatever you're moving through. So if this is not something that you happen to be moving through right now, you're in the process of healing self-sabotaging behaviors, and maybe you're working with a mental health care professional, which would be my number one tip. But I think that it can, we can hopefully have a very supportive space here, even if you're moving through something else. Everyone is welcome. You might hear some sounds. My dog is just taking a nap right there. Okay. So on behalf of your highest, wisest, most empowered and aligned self, in loving comfort and perfect balance, I wish to conduct this Reiki session for supporting you as you move through healing self-sabotaging tendencies, for boosting your self-esteem and your confidence and your sense of worthiness, because you're so worthy, so wonderful and so worthy and so lovely. I would now like to leave this flame open for you to set your own intention. If you don't have a candle, you can use this flame to ignite that intention, seal it, preserve it, see it through time and space to where and whenever it's applicable in your experience in your life. There we go. I'm gonna let this candle just flicker away throughout our session. I'm going to light a little bit of sage off of this candle. I think before I do that, I might bring my little pup downstairs. Okay. Georgie. Come here, my little coconut. Do you want to say hi? He's sleepy. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. How you doing, babes? Yeah. Kinda tired, huh? Yeah. Do you want to go downstairs? Do you want to take a nap? Your day is just one long nap. Yeah. Good girl. Okay. BRB. Just using this bundle of sage to clear and cleanse. I put my dog downstairs and she followed me right back up. She really wanted to hang out here. But she's on the porch now, taking a nap. Okay. She's not alone. Let's take a few deep, rejuvenating breaths. Can you do that for me? Just breathe in and exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Just using the sage to clear any energy that you might be bringing into the space. Clear any energy that's not serving you. Clear any preconceived notions that you might have about self-sabotage. And just give over to this present moment. Perhaps placing one hand on your heart space and one hand on your solar plexus, just a few inches above your belly button. Good. I'm going to light a little bit of incense off of our candle, and I'm going to draw the sacred symbols outside of your heart center. Okay. This is the cedarwood incense. Hopefully this can help you ground in the knowing that you are worthy of achieving your goals. You are worthy of self-care. You are worthy of deciding what to do with your time and your energy. Just grounding. Let's do another mind-body balancing. Balancing the mental plane and our emotions. And the master symbol. I draw the sacred symbols every day. The activation symbol, I don't know how many times every single day. The master symbol. They're just so part of my daily life that sometimes it's hard for me to do them slowly for these sessions. Okay. I wanted to start by using this little rattle, and I would like to really shake up and thicken your aura and help you to invite a sense of safety, protection, sense of being cocooned in comfort, a sense of real security while we are doing this kind of work, so that you have the space that you need to embark on this courageous journey toward clearing self-sabotaging behaviors. So I'm going to start at your crown and I'm going to move down. to invite you to engage in a little bit of body awareness scan. I'm going to be drawing the symbols on the palms of my hands and then doing an energetic scan. And while I do this, I would just like to invite you to start bringing awareness to the areas that I am hovering outside of. And just start to ask yourself if you notice anything that's here, any tension, any tightness. If you're noticing tingles, I usually get tingles right at the nape of my neck, but sometimes in different spots around my head. I can get them in the middle of my back or on my arms, sometimes down my legs. So just starting to invite awareness for some of these more subtle energies that might be coursing through your physical body. Maybe there's an association with a certain image when we get to a certain spot for you. Just making a little mental note of these things can be helpful, and maybe revisiting them later. Try your best to stay in the present moment as we do this. And if you find yourself in a little wheel of thought, just be gentle with yourself and then just try to return to wherever we are. So let's begin just above your crown here. Okay, so I'm just starting right above your heads here. So let's just invite some awareness into this space. Just inviting awareness into the crown. And now inviting awareness into the third eye. And seeing what's here. Seeing what's here. Moving down the face. Then the throat. I'm hovering outside of your body, not touching you. You have some little bit of ash from the sacred ashtray on my fingers. Okay. Hovering outside of your heart center. This whole space, including your shoulders, and just checking in with what's here, checking in with what's going on in this space. And down your front, through the solar plexus, down the sacral. So now I'm just putting a little cream on my hands, but now I'm going to begin doing some hands-on healing, specifically in the solar plexus and the heart space. I want to invite in some self-love and self-worth. One aspect of healing our self-sabotaging tendencies can be inviting awareness. Once we can invite awareness into this space, start to recognize why we're doing what we're doing, can then move towards healing. If we're unaware of what's going on, the kinds of behaviors that we are engaging in, then it can be very difficult to identify what's really happening and where it's affecting you, and also to start doing the work. How will you know to start doing the work if you don't know what's going on? So I encourage you to continue this beautiful process of self-understanding, curiosity about yourself, self-awareness, and just be kind to yourself. Please just be kind to yourself. I think that's really the beginning of being kind to others, is being kind to ourselves. So hopefully this session can help you really ground into and really feel into your sense of worthiness. So I'm going to place 2 stones, one on your heart space and one on your solar plexus. And I really hope that these help you feel held and supported and loved and cared for. These are actually 2 stones that I have in my little boxes. I sell little ritual boxes. And thank you for everyone who's purchased one. It means a lot to me, and I really hope that you find them helpful and useful. But I have this tiger's eye and this unakite. The unakite I include in the self-love boxes, and the tiger's eye I include in the confidence box. So I'm going to be placing these on your solar plexus and on your heart space. And if you have purchased one of my boxes, then feel free to use these for this session. I love hearing about when you're kind of moving through the session with me. That's so fun for me to hear and to know. It makes me feel really connected to you. Okay. Not only with my boxes, I just mean in general. You've shared that you light the candle with me and burns incense or rosemary or whatever it might be with me, and use different crystals, and I love that. So thank you. Thank you for sharing too. Okay, I'm just going to activate these 2 crystals, and then I'm going to place my hands on them, okay? So that's kind of what I'm doing down here, drawing the symbol and then sort of activating it like that. Or like that. Okay. And now I'm going to be placing my hands on your solar plexus with my hands cupped, fingers together, cupped. Okay. So breathe into this space just above your belly button. You don't have to do any kind of intense breath work here. Mainly just invite in a sensation that light is entering in through your physical body in this space. This is the entry point for light on your inhales. And then release, and when you release that light through your heart. You can just breathe like this for a few rounds. Just filling up with light, filling up with light. When we are engaging in self-sabotaging behavior, that can look like really overfilling our to-do list, writing down all the things that we want to do, writing down a million different goals that we want to achieve. It can look like making plans with people that we aren't able to keep. It's usually done with this intention of, I want to be somebody else. I want to be the best version of myself, and I want that to happen right now. It's understandable. If you're feeling this way and this is the type of self-sabotaging behavior that you engage in, perhaps you could start the practice, maybe start manifesting this, and maybe start really engaging in this practice of patience, serenity, offering up your expectations, and really engaging in some deep self-care that can look like maybe canceling some plans and just being with yourself, really mitigating those negative thoughts or negative self-talk. You can do that from a spiritual perspective. I think seeing a mental health care professional is so valuable and helpful for that. So it can look like procrastinating. It can look like feeling overwhelmed and then just kind of shutting down. It can look like sending an email without reading through it to check tone and make sure that the way that you would like it to be received is the way it's going to be received. And a lot of these things come with a practice of patience and a practice of serenity, a practice of self-love and self-worth. So that's it. I'm just going to place my hands hovering cupped outside of your heart center here. So now for me, let's breathe together if you're open to it, and let that light float in through your heart space. So as you breathe in, as you inhale, let it float in through your heart space, and then let it float out through your solar plexus. So we're now reversing that flow. Okay. In through the heart, out through the solar plexus, in through the heart, out through the solar plexus. So, as we move through this process of healing a wounded, sense of self-worth, just got an image of a phoenix flying over. As we are in the process of healing this, and as we're in the process of really balancing and activating our solar plexus, we want to do our best to invite a sense of grace and gentleness here. It can also be a really great time for self-reflection. Perhaps this self-sabotage is trying to tell you something about the way that you're engaging with your life, the way that you are choosing your behaviors and choosing your environment. Maybe the self-sabotaging behavior is telling you something about how you want your life to be a little bit different. So this very heavy on the to-dos and expectations, very heavy on the goals, and very light on the motivation to follow through. This system will continue to bow and then snap, and then, it's going to continue this cyclical nature until you choose to stop it. So if you are one of those who really overdoes it on the to-do list, and then you find yourself sabotaging, I think what you can do is just start being aware of the cycle. Notice if it happens in a specific way at specific times of the month of your cycle, of maybe something to do with work or family triggers it. But if you notice this, then you can start to track it, map it, and see if there's a way that you can slightly shift. When we are engaging in self-sabotaging behavior, whether that's procrastination or whatever it might be, very often that's a hard one to kind of stop, because self-sabotaging behavior is usually pretty rife with shame and very low self-esteem. But when we are in that more high state, if you relate to this pattern, I would say take some time before you start making plans or really setting your to-do lists and having all of these expectations for your future self. Just take a little bit of time. Have some grace, some patience, some compassion for yourself now and for your future self. And just say, all right, I'm going to just maybe add 3 things that I would like to manifest for this month, or 3 goals that I'd like to achieve right now. And really make them goals that you feel strongly connected to. You have a strong sense of passion, purpose, and connection to, and also that are achievable. It's really helpful to start out with small goals. And while that doesn't feel satisfying, we really want to practice relinquishing the instant gratification. Okay. You are divine. You are connected. You are expressive. You are loved. You are strong. You are creative. You are safe. Thank you so much for joining me. It's a real honor to connect with you here, and I hope this session was in some way helpful. If nothing else, hopefully it was supportive and relaxing maybe. Just know I'm sending you heaps of love and support wherever you are in this journey. And thank you so much for all of your support here, your comments and liking the video and subscribing. It really means the world to me. So thank you. I just want you to know how grateful I am that you do that, because it really does help me to make these. So thanks a lot. Okay. Until we meet again, be so, so well. These are the ritual healing boxes. I just wanted to show you inside. This is actually the self-love box. Each of them come with 2 crystal-embedded tea candles and 3 gemstones. So this one has a rose quartz, a green aventurine, and unakite. Love that for self-love. They come with the same large incense cones. This one is a gardenia. And with this rose and vitamin E anointing oil. So it's rose with a vitamin E carrier oil, and that's just to kind of anoint yourself. You can do it on pressure points. I like to do it on my temples or behind my ears. And then you can have them in this box. Just kind of keep them here with your crystal collection. So the link is in the bio if you're interested. Thank you to everyone who's purchased one, and I hope you feel the love that I put in. Okay. Can you come up on the pillow? She just wants cuddles. Good mama. For today's video, I just wanted to do a little chakra activation. And just doing a little bit of balancing and aligning. But this is a new kind of video for me. I usually, speak directly to the collective instead of the individual. So that always happens when I'm trying to do it like a perspective. Maybe your perspective on things is a little clouded at the moment. I'm not sure if that resonates with you, but that's what I'm getting here. But just sort of being aware of what is coming in so that we can be more prepared to make that decision. I love metallic sounds. There's like clicky clacky sounds. But it does have kind of a funny smell. I'm not gonna lie, when I first used it, I was like, what is that? But amethyst is a really great spiritually aligned stone. It can help with clarity